Meanwhile, the White House is hitting back at Texas Governor Greg Abbott. This in response to the governor's plan to put illegal immigrants onto buses and drive them to the U.S. Capitol. Here's Jen Psaki.
I think it's pretty clear this is a publicity stunt. His own office admits that a migrant would need to voluntarily be transported, and he can't compel them to because, again, enforcement of our country's immigration laws lies with the federal government, not a state.
Washington, D.C.?
Well, listen, I don't know, but I know that the governor of Texas or any state does not have the legal authority to compel anyone to get on a bus.
Governor Abbott announced the plan yesterday, calling it a response to the president's unwillingness to protect the border.
So the immigration issue expected to have a big impact on the midterms. Karl Rove here with analysis on that. Hey, Karl, good morning to you. I know you got a whiteboard, but here are here's the list of senators. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of them are Democrats that oppose dropping Title 42. Call for number 5, guys. And just as a backdrop here, Karl, this was the headline from March 20th. Fauci says U.S. unlikely to see surge from new COVID-19 variant. All right. That's from March 20th. But this headline from yesterday, where we are likely to see a surge in the fall. So Fauci's seen it both ways over the past 3 weeks. You think about what his position is. You think about these Democratic senators up for re-election in November are. I think Title 42 arguably could come back yet again over the next several weeks. Your view it is what?
Well, first of all, you put your finger on one of the most important things. The people on the Democratic side who've come out in favor of this are up for election this year, and vulnerable Democrats in battleground states, and they recognize how volatile this is. The president's approval on the handling of immigration last year, in March of last year, was 40%. Today, it is 32%. And if we see 18,000 people a day coming across the border, then we're going to see those numbers sink even lower. I loved it. Jen Psaki said it's the federal government's responsibility to enforce the immigration laws, not the states. So therefore, he can't do it. Well, when is the federal government going to start enforcing the law? The state of Texas is spending millions of dollars every week in order to fill the gaps on the border that the Border Patrol openly says we don't have enough resources, technology, and people to man. I spent the last weekend with the father of one of the National Guardsmen deployed to the border. His son is telling them that every night his squad is out there all night long with night vision goggles and heavily armed, and they take fire from across the river. The Mexican cartels shoot tracers in order to make certain that their appearance is known, and every night they are picking up dozens of illegals, and they're in one very small stretch, maybe a couple of miles long, on the border. And our border with Mexico is hundreds of miles long. So this is a grave crisis for the country, and the nonchalant attitude of the White House, Jen Psaki, as she gets ready to leave for cable TV news, is like, we're in charge, don't worry about it, we got it handled. And they do not have it handled, and it's going to come back to bite them big time in the election.
I wanted to ask you about that, Karl, just the political calculation as well. So the White House can count, they can see what's happening to their poll numbers on this, but they seem to be making a different calculation. So I know that the left-wing immigration groups that really wanted Title 42 to be lifted, they must be very persuasive. So when the Prime Minister, as I call him, Ron Klain, the Chief of Staff, as they look at this, maybe they think, one, lifting it is the right thing to do on the merits. But there's something that tells me that President Biden wouldn't necessarily have done this in his previous, position as a senator. He might have been one of those that had been a co-sponsor to keep it.
Yeah, that's very interesting insight, very, very key one, because remember what the progressives are saying, or the progressive caucus in the House and progressive senators in the Senate, is the reason your numbers are low is that you aren't doing enough in pursuit of progressive goals. So they don't, you've got 42, Title 42 still in place. You will get better. Payapel said, pass Build Back Better and put the 71 executive orders, including the ending of Title 42 prohibitions at the border, and Democrats will gain seats in the Congress. So the mindset of the progressives is you've got to do these weird things like get rid of Title 42 and end student debt altogether and make these other changes that we can't get passed through law and executive order, and that will cause Democrat enthusiasm to rise, and we'll have a good election in the fall. I think it's nutty, and obviously so do senators in places like New Hampshire and Arizona and elsewhere who are in hotly contested races.
Remember that says CDC were going to go in their guidance a week ago, right? Now, Fauci has had doublespeak in 3 weeks, Carl. In 21 days, he's seen it. He's seen both sides of these issues coming up in the fall. So, thank you so much. We'll see what happens then.
Thanks,
Karl
Carl.
Rove, thanks, in Texas.